Scatterbrained didn't come close to describing my husband. He'd forget his own head if it wasn't screwed on. I lost count of the number of times he's turned rooms upside down looking for the glasses perched on his head, or the time he drove down the highway, fuel pump trailing behind him. Thank God he wasn't a smoker. He's always been like that, ever since he was a child. So when he entered the bedroom one morning, a familiar look of confusion on his face, I prepared myself to search for the newest lost thing. "Honey," he began, scanning the shack carpet. "Have you seen my finger?" I didn't comprehend his words at first, automatically answering no. He frowned. "Could have sworn I just had it." "Where did you have it last?" "On my hand." That's when I gave him my full attention. I looked at him, standing in the middle of the room, like a lost child clutching his hand to his chest. Did he have an accident? Was he suffering from shock? There wasn't any blood. Wordlessly, I reached for his hand, terrified at what I would see. He hadn't been joking. The little finger on his right hand was gone. Not cut or ripped off, just gone. The flesh next to his ring finger was unmarred. His other fingers twitched with life. It looked like he had been born without it. No, that wasn't right. He had 10 fingers. He always had 10 fingers. I knew this. I've seen them. "What did you do?" I asked, a note of hysteria to my voice. He shrugged. "I don't know." "What do you mean you don't know?" "I don't know." He gave his 4-fingered hand a fleeting glance. "I woke up and it was just gone." His indifference was frustrating. Fingers don't just randomly fall off. You must have done something. He shrugged again. "Maybe it rolled away." I swatted his arm. "This is no time for jokes." "I'm not joking." He scratched his stubbed chin. "It probably dropped off and rolled under the dresser." The thought of my husband's dismembered finger falling off like a wart, picking up dirt until it was like a furry, discarded lollipop, hiding so it can fester. Disgust rose within me. I swatted his arm again. "How can you be so casual about it?" I saw the way he rolled his eyes at me, and it was like a white-hot needle of rage was inserted into my skin. "It'll turn up sooner or later." He waggled his fleshy nub. "It's not like I need it or anything." "That's not the point." My voice was rising with every exchange, and still, he wouldn't take that stupid, gormless look off his face. "Honey, listen to me." He reached out, brushing hair away from his face. His fleshy nub touched my cheek. I couldn't help twitching in disgust. "Whoa, honey, calm down. It's fine." His placating tone annoyed me more than if he was screaming. "How," I began slowly, "can I calm down when you've lost a finger?" He didn't even blink. "Don't worry about it." He reached up and gently cupped my face, bringing it in close, until all I saw was his wide eyes and smelled his toothpaste-scented breath. He breathed me in, loudly, heavily, nostrils flaring like a bull. "There's no need to panic. Everything will be fine," he told me, annoyingly calm. "I can manage without a little finger for a day." Before I could say anything else, he put a finger to my mouth, shushing me. I never took my eyes off his afflicted hand. "If it'll give you peace of mind, you can look for it yourself. It has to be around here somewhere." He flashed me a big-toothed smile, the corners of his lips touching his eyes. With that, the conversation was over. He gave me a goodbye kiss, patted my cheek with his 4-fingered hand, and turned to leave. "I'm going to be late for work. If you clean up around here, I'm sure the finger will turn up." He sniffed as he looked around the room. "See you later." Just like that, he was gone. The slam of the door a distant echo as I racked my brain for answers. His right hand definitely had 5 fingers last night. I know he did. I repeated that mantra in my head, even as doubt began to creep in. No, I woke up first and turned to look at him. He was fast asleep with both hands clasped to his chest, and he had 5 then. Wait, didn't he? I frowned. The creeping doubt grew stronger. Did he have 5 fingers? Yes, of course he did. Don't be stupid. I pressed the heels of my hands to my eyes, hard enough to hurt. I had to stop the swirling torrent of thoughts that assaulted me. I was starting to lose it. It was his twisted attitude. It spread to me. No, I couldn't lose it. Not until I at least searched for it. If I called for an ambulance, they'd take one look at his weird little nub, unblemished, and call me crazy. My husband wouldn't help. He'd probably crack jokes about hysterical wives. I began in the bathroom, thinking he might have sliced it off, shaving. Nothing. I checked the bed, wondering if it rolled under the pillow like a cigar. Still nothing. I checked under the dressers, the carpets, even the potted plants. Nothing. It was gone. Soon, the house looked like a bomb had struck by the time I was finished, and there was no sign of my husband's missing finger. I let out a weary sigh, knowing I had to call my husband, listen to his smug "I told you so," and say I was overreacting. Better to get it over with. Pulling out my phone, I tapped my husband's name, running a hand through my hair. I grimaced as I caught a knot. I had forgotten to brush this morning. I looked down at my hand. Strands of hair curled around my 5th and 6th fingers. I really am stressed. The horror doesn't end here. Choose your next nightmare for more chills.